Hello my beautiful Scorpio minds, thank you for joining in. Today it's like super crazy hot here, 33 degrees, and I feel like in my apartment it's even worse because the sun is just shining in and heating up my apartment, so I'm basically living in a sauna and it doesn't cool down at night either, so it's kind of bad. Also, I played around with some color today, so my hair is kind of light. Like in total I'm quite happy with it, just this strand up here is just kind of not that natural, like so much better on camera though. But yeah, maybe I'll get some toner and I kind of tone it down, but we'll see. It doesn't matter too much, it's just hair, but I wanted to have something, I don't know, a little bit more summery, a bit more fresh, a bit lighter, because my hair is usually super dark. Anyway, that's not what this video is gonna be about. I asked you guys, or shared something on Instagram already a couple of weeks ago. It was this screen right here, and it says, because I have the app CoStar, I don't really use it, but sometimes there are like messages popping up on your home screen, and that one said, in what ways would you like to act differently? And then I asked you guys what it is, and I want to share some of those, and then maybe I can talk about it, or you can like think about all the things the other people said, and maybe we can do a little challenge of that you can act differently. And then I'm also gonna share mine, like how I would love to act differently. Sorry, I keep touching my hair because it's like a blanket and it's so hot. Alright, let's just start reading. First one is staying my positive self around people that get the worst out in me. That's so powerful, actually. Sometimes you have people who give you a lot of energy and it's so good. I recently met so many people who I just connect with so much, and when I'm around them or just when I write with them, talk to them, whatever, I just feel that rush of energy coming through me, like we're somewhat connected, and I feel so inspired, empowered just by some little messages I get, which is amazing. And I do really hope that you experience that well, or you get to experience that. It's just so amazing. But then also sometimes there are people, when you talk to them, message to them, they just kind of suck out all the energy of you, which is also not that great. Because after you just feel depleted and you feel like you need a break, or you need like space and time to breathe. So yeah, it's kind of good to have, I don't know, people who empower you, and then also you empowering people. And then, as she said, staying my positive self around people that get the worst in me. It's kind of the same when like people sucking out your energy. They try to trigger you in some way, if they do it consciously or subconsciously. Maybe they're unhappy with their lives, there's something they see in you that makes them jealous or something like that, and they probably don't even do it on purpose. It's just something in them because they're unhappy with whatever it is in their life, that they cannot share positivity because they don't really have positivity or enough positivity in their heart to actually give that out. So it's really good to stay positive and kind of imply the positive self on them, so if that makes sense. So you give them energy, you're probably gonna feel a little bit depleted after, but maybe then they can see like how a person can actually be and how good it can feel to be acknowledged and worshipped, and just not getting like a really bad reaction back, even though their reaction was bad. So that's a really good thing to work on. Being less dramatic, black or white, super happy or super down. I mean, in life you have all the things. You have black, white, you have super high highs, super low lows, and it's also alright if that happens. I mean, it happens to me too. Sometimes I feel like I'm bursting out because I'm so happy, and sometimes I feel so sad, down, that I don't want to go out for like a day, or I don't know. It's alright, but it's also good that you know that you have those feelings, those up and lows, and then you can work on them or talk to people. For me, talking is like the best solution, because you can just get the thoughts from your head outside, so it's not in your head any longer, and you shared it or you wrote it down, and then when you write it down you can rip the paper, burn the paper, and then it's somewhat gone. It's like when you want to go to sleep and you think about what you have to do tomorrow, or what you have to pack, or what you have to get from the grocery store, and you just keep thinking, because you don't want to forget it, right? And it's the same with your feelings, emotions, stuff that's happening. If you kind of get it out of your system and you process it while writing it down, while talking to a friend, while, I don't know, share it on YouTube, something like that, it kind of gets out, and then it's there, and it's kind of out of your system. So dealing with the dramatic black and white thing is also really good. So also then when you talk about it, process it, you get different reactions from different people, and they kind of tell you their standpoint, and maybe you get like different perspectives, and then that also helps to deal with your emotions or just situations. It actually really helped me. Yeah, I don't know if there's something else to say, but oh yeah, also with the less dramatic thing, sometimes, or we're just like, we're thinking beings, so we tend to overthink a lot, and we tend to make situations way worse than they actually are. I've been there, I know it. Yeah, but yeah, it's good. It's good that you said it here. So you set the intention to think more about the actual problem, the actual situation, and then really classifying it. Is it really that bad? Or is it just in your head? Can you do something about it? Then go for it. If you cannot, just kind of let it be, you know? Sometimes it's not that easy. I would like to listen to my gut and just do. That's also really, really awesome. Sometimes your gut, or just a feeling in your stomach, in your heart, something that's inside of you, tells you so much, and it tells you if it's a good decision, if it's a bad decision. Just the overall feeling you get from something, like decision or situation or person or whatever, is often, I didn't know how I started. I forgot how I started my sentence. Well, the feeling you get inside is often true. Because as I said before, we're like thinking beings, and we think a lot, and sometimes we think too much, or we tend to guide our thoughts in like a different direction, and then we think what we should think, but not what we want to think. So our gut kind of tells us what we really want to, and what our passion is, what drives us. So listening to that once in a while is really good. So do that for sure. Be kinder to myself. Oh yeah, we all have destructive thoughts, like I am not enough, I'm not pretty enough, how could you do that, how could you say that? But it would actually be good to turn that around and not say how, or I'm not pretty, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm whatever, but just be like, hey, this is what I really like about me, and maybe there's some things I could change, but they're still part of me, and I'm doing my best to trying to do my best. And then maybe the things that you don't really like about you, but they're still part of you, you can maybe work on, like setting intentions, working on your mindset, working on your body if you really want to. But yeah, definitely be kind to yourself, and then all the other things will just kind of fall into place, come to you. Because when you have destructive thoughts and you kind of put yourself down all the time, there's no way you can actually work on yourself, because you kind of hate yourself, something like that. And if you hate yourself or don't like yourself, you don't want to spend time with you, because if you have a friend you don't really like, you don't want to spend time with them, right? You don't want to invest in them, because the output is going to be like super minimal. And it's the same with you. if you don't like yourself, if you put yourself down, if you're like, oh, how can you do this, how can you do that, why should I, like, why do I have to live? I don't know, sometimes thoughts can get really bad. Then why should you invest yourself if you don't like yourself, right? But start small. Start with, maybe make a lists, or just writing things down can help so much. Maybe write a list about all the things you like or all the things you do right. Ask people what they appreciate about you. It helps a lot too. But we should all love ourselves, because we're we, and if we cannot love ourselves, how can we love anything else? Like animals, plants, other people, because the love inside of us is so strong. And if you actually love yourself, the love just becomes so much more. And oh my god, I don't even know how to explain that. Just like love is such a pure thing and so infinite, and there's like unlimited amount of love. And if you gather that all inside of you and you love every cell inside of you, you can spread out love with every cell as well, and you're just gonna impact a lot of people, and it's an amazing feeling. So really start by appreciating you. Another one is be more social. I can totally get that. It's such a great feeling to interact with different people, getting to know like all the different perspectives, mindsets. It's so great also for your like spiritual evolution. I was also somebody, no ways whatsoever, completely satisfied. I mean, that's fine too. If you like yourself, love your life, whatever, good, you made it. Happy for you. Not taking other people's actions personally, exactly. It's often like how people speak, how people react is often a reflection of how they feel, and if they're like jealous about anything, or if they had a shitty day, or if, I don't know, just something that happened to them, maybe also in the childhood, that they don't really actually know about it, but it's got nothing to do with you, only if you harassed them, but I'm sure she didn't. So yeah, that's also really great. Oh, and also when I was a child, I was really self-conscious about everything. And then I was also very, very careful about what I said to people, because I thought that they would think I was stupid, or just that I didn't like me. And then when I said something, they would like kind of look at me like, what does she want? Like, she's not part of a group, blah blah. It was like so bad. It was getting so bad that I actually kind of stopped talking to everyone, because I thought everyone would think I'm stupid. Like, not stupid in order that I didn't know anything, just stupid like I don't want to spend time with her. So yeah, it was really bad. Maybe I should do a video about the whole process thingy too, because it was not nice, and it was all just in my head, which is really crazy actually. Talking with people goes the same way with being social, for sure. Not to take things too personal. I would like to act more confidently with less self-doubt and reservation. Love that one too. I actually feel that one. I've been working on that for such a long time. As I said, I was very self-conscious and I didn't speak to anyone, and now it's actually so much better. I feel really comfortable talking also to strangers. Less self-doubt. I do have also some self-doubt sometimes, but it's getting so much better. So if you work on yourself about all the things you want to do differently, it's maybe a long process, maybe it's not, but it's definitely worth keeping it up and taking baby steps. It's all about the little steps you can take forward to actually grow and to change, and then also change your whole environment, because eventually, like, just the things you put out, you definitely get back. And maybe you're gonna lose some people, but then it wasn't like, then they weren't the right people really. I don't know, it's really hard sometimes with like interactions with people, but eventually you just get to, or you'll attract the people that are really worth it and that give you a lot, like give you love, give you acknowledgement, give you also raise you up, like give you confidence and stuff like that. And as I said before, in the last couple of months I met so many people who are just so loving, and just talking to them, their energy, it just shows me how amazing people can be, really. And it gives me hope, and it gives me reason to stay talking to people and everything. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly read through some of the messages because I just got a ton and I cannot get into all of them, okay? Healthy routines, getting up earlier and more motivated again. Get things done faster without procrastinating all the time. Preparing for an exam is tiring. I get you there. I'm a huge procrastinator as well. Get up earlier, take more chances there. Take more chances that are out of my comfort zone. Definitely do that. This is so great. You're just only gonna grow if you take steps out of your comfort zone, because then you're put into like cold water and you really have to do things differently, or you learn things the other way. For me, going to Australia again was the biggest step out of my comfort zone. I didn't know anything. It was a total different language, like English wasn't that good at the time. Just being so far away from everything was crazy, but I met so many awesome people and I had so many awesome experiences, and I came back a different person. So just go out of your comfort zone. It's so good. It just helps you so much, and just in your process and everything. To be calmer when people try to stress me. Habits and taking more care only about myself. Yeah, alone time is so important. Sometimes when I hang out with people, or people are over, like staying for a couple nights, it's really nice. I enjoy it, but I also notice that after I just need some me time, some quiet time, some time where I can, I don't know, dance around naked and just do whatever I want. So that's so important as well. All right, that were like a lot of intentions from you guys, just like how you would love to act differently. I would love to hear, if you want to share it, of course you can keep it to yourself, but if you want to share it, let me know down below in the comments. I don't know, as I said before, it's good to tell it to someone and write it down so that it's there and you can kind of act upon it. Also, when you have a goal or something and you tell a friend, then there's somebody who knows about it, who's maybe gonna ask you about it, maybe not, but there's always somebody there who knows about your goal or your intention, and then you kind of feel a little bit more pushed to actually go for it because it's out there, and yeah, it just helps a little bit. So in case you're struggling with a goal or a task, anything, just go ahead, tell someone, write it down. I don't know, if you're on Instagram as well, just tell your community, or your family, like your mom. It works fine. But yeah, now it's time for my how I would act differently, right? I do relate with a lot of them for sure, but I think the biggest one for me would be to be more open or more clear with what I'm feeling, and expressing more what I would like out of people. Like, for example, if you're in a relationship, it's a big thing for a relationship for sure, that you talk about the things that you like, that you actually express them, and also talk about the things you don't like. And I'm a big person in kind of holding back with everything, which is kind of bad. I always think that I don't know, if I just change my behavior a little bit, the other person will know. It goes for friendships, for like relationships, for dating phases, whatever, it's the same. But yeah, it's just not enough. Most of the time people won't notice, and then things just go bad because you haven't spoken about it, and then everybody gets upset because it just feels different, and yeah, it's just really not nice. And I experienced that some time like with different people, and I only recently noticed that it's also an issue with me. Like, it's not an issue, it's just something I really need to work on, and it's good that I know now, and I definitely gonna work on that, and I'm already working on that, like acting differently. And yeah, that's definitely the biggest one, just being more open with what I'm thinking and then actually expressing that and saying that. Because when you do it in an early stage, and you really don't have to do it in a rude way, you can just say what bothers you, and also with things you like. I'm also really bad in expressing that. Just say like, hey, this is nice. It's not that difficult, right? But somehow, I don't know. And then also a friend actually pointed it out that I never really say names. And I think it's important too that you actually say like, hi, Laura. Just say the name, you know? Because it makes people feel special, and it makes people feel acknowledged and worshipped, and that they're there, and that you know them, like really know them. I know, it just makes people feel more connected, and somehow I also don't do that. Rarely. It's so weird. But yeah, it's good that I know now, and I'm gonna try to implement that more into conversations. So yeah. I hope this video made a little bit of sense. My brain is fried because of the heat, and I can't concentrate because it's just so warm. Should probably just get undressed. Anyway, I have a friend come over now, and we're gonna cook something which is gonna be up in the next time. I'm having some tempeh. Oh no, I forgot to put it back in the freezer. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time here on my channel. Love you guys.